Online, all this shit. When trouble comes, when has Allah ever delivered you people, bro? Where's stories at? Where the stories at? Where the deliverance? We got stories. Every time somebody came to mess with us, the Most High came there and made it known. They know. They know stories. They do know. But hold on, in their book, it's our stories. Why are you talking about Moses? Why are you talking about Isaiah? Why are you talking about Isaac, Abraham? Father Abraham. Abraham gonna look at you like, nigga, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Right. You Hagar's son. Right. You know?
Islam just a watered down Bible. The Quran, when you really understand it, because you got it's really birthed from Catholicism, man. Right. You know, you got prayer beads in Islam, and you got in Catholicism you have what, rosary beads. You have the Vatican. In Catholicism and Islam, you have what, Mecca. You have the 99 attributes of Allah. Then in Catholicism, you got Masonry, the 99 different degrees of Masonry. And you know, in the Quran, they define it by, they call surahs. You know, Surah 1, Surah 2, Surah this, Surah that. The word Surah means degrees. And who deal with degrees? Catholicism. In Islam, you have what? The broad cap, the yarmulke, and in Catholicism, you have what? You have what? The yarmulke. You know, so these is all different oaths. They believe in Islam. They believe it's crazy. They don't want to give Yahushua credit as the son of God, but y'all believe it's something like the virgin birth. And the whole 19th surah of the Quran is called Maryam, which is short for Mary. And it talks about how Yahushua came through a virgin birth, and all of that is due to what? Catholicism. Because when you go back during the time of the Crusades, you had the popes, which was Negroes at the time, that wanted to get the land of Jerusalem back from the Arabs. So what they did was they set up a false religion called Islam, but it blew up in their face. That's why in Portugal, Spain today, you have a part in Spain called Fatima. Who was Fatima? Fatima was one of Muhammad's daughters. But the question is, why is one of Muhammad's daughters named all the way in Catholic Europe? Because Islam backfired and blew up in their face. And they was like, listen, instead of doing all this work for Catholicism, we could take over and have Islam as a foundation. And that's what started off the wars of the different crusades when you deal with the history. Then David, Muhammad, youngest wife was called Aisha. But really he got that from Abishag. Because the way if you take out the G and the B from Abishag, you got Aisha. You know, because and who was Abishag? Abishag was the young damsel that they used to see if David would get warm. But he never popped her. They was just using her to see if David would get warm, to see if he was on his way up out of here or not. And Muhammad used that same concept when he picked his younger daughter Aisha, which is based off of Abishag from the Bible. So the Quran is just nothing but a watered down Bible. There's no such thing as Arabic. Ishmael spoke Hebrew. Ishmael spoke Hebrew because Abraham was a Hebrew. Arabic ain't nothing but Isha is the way you say woman. You know, Ayasha. It's the same thing in Hebrew. Shalom is the same thing in Hebrew, Shalom. The way you say king in Hebrew is Malak. The way you say king in Arabic is Malik. The way you say father in Hebrew is Abba. The way you say father in Arabic is Abu. The way you say son in Hebrew is Bun. The way you say son in Arabic is Ibn. So at the end of the day, Islam is bullshit. It's nothing but a watered down Bible and fabricated stories. And it's no such thing as fucking Arabic. It's nothing but watered down Hebrew when you look at it, man. They book can't stand without us.
Yes. That's why even the Catholics now, they reverence Fatima. They call her what? Our Lady of Fatima, I believe is in Spain, if I'm not mistaken.
That's not here with that name.
You said what? They got out here. Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right around our way.
Hey, but you know what? And when you read, I believe it's the book from Babylon to Timbuktu, tells you how Muhammad was actually learning. He was among the Jews, and he was picking up on their ways. And then I think there was a falling away. Now, originally they used to pray towards Jerusalem, and then he changed it after he got salty to say pray towards the Mecca. They call it Qibla. All right. So instead of turning and praying towards the east where Jerusalem is at, they're like, nah, turn and pray towards Mecca. All right, which is it doesn't make any sense. But you notice that, like the elder said, all of their laws. Where do you get those laws from? Are you telling me y'all the originators of not eating pork? Y'all the originators of those laws, which are just so similar to the Old Testament laws? You talk about all these men. Where would you read about Abraham? He ain't in the Quran. The Quran mentions him, but how do you know the story of Abraham? And if the Quran is so big and bad, that joint came about around Muhammad's time, right? 6th century. Yeah. How are you going to tell me who Yahushua is when he was before your book came about? How are you going to tell me who Moses is when he was before your book came about? Was the Most High not worshipped before the Quran came? So what was his name? What was his name before the Quran came? How did people know the Lord? Where were the records of all these men of old that are written in the Quran? Did the Jews in Jerusalem not believe in Abraham and them? How did they know about it? The Quran wasn't there. You can't say something that came after something is better than the original.
And Muhammad wasn't illiterate. He was a fucking camel driver. No, real talk, man. And this is known facts. Muhammad was illiterate. He was a camel driver. Now, Khadijah was rich. She was sick. Ain't no rich widow just walking around like if she just bumped into Muhammad. That's like me saying, yo, I ran into Oprah and got a number. Niggas, y'all gonna be like, yo, you ran into Oprah? Or the elites told you where she was at and linked y'all the fuck up. Like, you don't just run into Oprah and just get with her. Khadijah was a Jew. She was an Israelite of the convicts. She was a so-called, but she was a nun. She was of the convict. You don't have rich widowers with money around throwing a bag, young bum-ass illiterates. And by the way, that's not even woman's nature. Yep. See, what Kevin Samuels would say, a high-value man could date a lower-class woman. Because a woman's value don't come about from her earnings. It comes through her submissiveness. But a higher woman don't date down. They date up. So why in the hell would Khadijah, this rich ass woman, just be like, yeah, you know, hey, you right there, you dirty ass sneakers that can't read or speak. Hey, come here, I love you, man. That's bullshit. But people believe it. People believe it. No, she was sent through the popes at the time to find somebody with influence that they could train. And Khadijah's cousin Ibn Narak Nafal, he was an Israelite. He was the one who trained Muhammad, man. And this is a picture of Pope John Paul II kissing the Quran.
Wow, look at that.
Pope John Paul II kissing the Quran. Y'all can Google it. But now the question is, like, why in the hell would Pope John Paul II kiss the Quran? Because Islam is nothing but a baby of Catholicism, if you know your history.
That's right, yeah. That's right. And it goes back to pagan Roman Empire, man. Because a lot of the symbols, like the star and then the moon, and all that, goes back to Saturn worship, man. That cube, witchcraft, exactly. That cube that they have, the big black cube that they worship and shit. Was it called Cobblestone? What was it called? Cobblestone, yeah. That shit goes back to witchcraft, man. It goes back to pagan Roman Empire. It's all paganism. It's all paganism. But it's cunningly devised fables. You know? Yep.
Yeah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 14. And it says, thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt and merchandise of Ethiopia and of Sabians, men of stature shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, Yahweh, and there is none else. There is none else. There is no God. Praise thou art a God that hides thyself, O God of Israel, the Savior. Now, if I may, that's basically talking about these heathens going to denounce their gods, man. And they're not doing that to the so-called Israelis in Israel right now, man. Nobody's reverent. You got motherfuckers sending rockets over there. the Lord say when Israel went back to their land, they would learn war no more? They're the prime niggas in the war. The Lord said that the nation shall bow down to the Israelites, man. Every one of them. Not one stone overturned. Or not overturned, I forget the term. Everybody's gonna worship the Israelites. So how is it that these niggas off that come to attack the chosen land? The holy land? Send some rockets over there? You mean to tell me that's contradiction? That's a contradiction. Because you said that the Lord said when they shall learn war no more. So that means the nation ain't gonna have the need to go to war. Why is it that's not happening right now? Because that's not the chosen people in the land right now.
Beautiful point, brother. And this the hell with this Islam shit, but one last point. Everybody know the basketball team, the Washington Wizards. Like he put out that point, they sign is the crescent moon and the star. A wizard is a male witch. When you look at the Washington Wizards, you have what? A crescent moon and a star. So is that predating Islam or do Islam predate that? Nah, this predates Islam because it all deals with what? Witchcraft. So, you know, y'all brothers can Google it, the Washington Wizards, crescent moon and a star. You know, so it's all bullshit, man.
It makes sense. It doesn't make sense, man. Nothing. Because we're going to get what it is, man. And people, hey, man, I can't wait for Yahweh Shemel Shah to bring that judgment, man.
Right.
And everybody's going to find out that whoever they're calling on, it ain't working. But there's going to be a particular people, then shall they be known who am I chosen. And anytime they hear somebody calling, a sincere member calling Yahweh Shemel Shah, they get delivered. And then you know what they're going to start saying? When I hear it, I'm running towards that direction. Because I need to, yo, whatever you said, bro, say that shit with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Say it with us and let's get out.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what they were saying in the scripture I just read. Yeah. That they're going to denounce their gods, man.
Because they're going to find out that there are no gods. Hey, even in the time of Elijah dealing with the prophets of Baal, them wicked Israelites who were worshiping Baal found out. They were like, I guess you're right. You can't refute this. Did you see the fire?